Welcome back. In this topic, we'll examine the key components of AI governance within a CoE, including frameworks for ethical AI, data security, compliance, and risk management. Effective governance is vital in ensuring that AI solutions align with regulatory standards, uphold organizational values, and maintain ethical integrity. AI governance in a CoE is the system of policies, frameworks, and oversight mechanisms that guide how AI is developed, deployed, and managed. In the context of generative AI, governance addresses unique challenges, such as managing biases in data, ensuring data privacy, and adhering to regulatory standards. AI governance is essential for several reasons. Governance helps identify and mitigate risks related to bias, data privacy, and security, reducing the likelihood of unintended consequences. Transparent governance frameworks ensure stakeholders, clients, and users trust the CoE's AI applications. Governance aligns AI initiatives with laws and regulations, such as GDPR or CCPA, that protect user privacy and promote responsible AI. In a generative AI CoE, governance ensures that models are built with accountability, consistency, and integrity, helping the organization use AI in a way that's both responsible and sustainable. Effective AI governance within a CoE typically involves four core components: ethical AI standards, data security practices, regulatory compliance, and risk management. Let's explore each in detail. Ethical standards ensure that AI models are designed to respect fairness, transparency, and accountability. These standards help prevent biases in data and model outcomes, ensuring that AI solutions are equitable and trustworthy. A CoE can implement ethical AI by developing policies that guide model design, training, and testing. For example, teams might conduct bias audits on datasets or use fairness metrics to evaluate models. For example, Microsoft's Responsible AI Standards Framework is a well-known example. Their framework emphasizes fairness, reliability, safety, privacy, and inclusivity in all AI projects. Within a CoE, similar standards can be used to evaluate generative AI models for adherence to ethical guidelines. Given that generative AI models often rely on extensive datasets, data security is crucial to protect sensitive information and comply with privacy regulations. A CoE can establish data security practices such as data anonymization, encryption, and access controls to protect datasets. Regular audits help ensure these practices are up to date and aligned with evolving security standards. For example, in IBM's CoE, data security is a priority across all projects, especially in healthcare, where data privacy is strictly regulated. IBM's CoE includes privacy impact assessments to identify and mitigate risks associated with handling sensitive data. Another example would be how, in IBM's CoE, data security is a priority across all projects, especially in healthcare, where data privacy is strictly regulated. IBM's CoE includes privacy impact assessments to identify and mitigate risks associated with handling sensitive data. Compliance with regulatory standards, such as the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, or the California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, is fundamental for the CoE, especially when handling personal or sensitive data. A CoE should implement compliance protocols, such as regular data audits, documentation for model decisions, and data access controls. Compliance officers or legal advisors can support the CoE by reviewing projects for compliance and advising on relevant regulations. For example, AWS's CoE provides guidance on compliance for its partners, helping organizations meet the requirements of GDPR and other privacy laws. By setting up clear protocols for data handling and documentation, AWS's CoE ensures its partners' AI solutions are regulatory compliant. Risk management in AI governance involves identifying, assessing, and mitigating potential risks associated with generative AI models, such as unintended biases, security vulnerabilities, or reputational risks. The CoE can implement a risk management framework that includes regular risk assessments, model validation, and monitoring for potential failures. This may involve scenario testing, where models are evaluated under various conditions to understand how they perform and where risks may arise. For example, Capgemini's CoE incorporates a comprehensive risk management framework that includes ethical and security risk assessments at each stage of the AI lifecycle. This process helps Capgemini ensure that models meet organizational and industry-specific safety standards. To implement governance effectively, a CoE needs a structured framework that defines protocols, roles, and responsibilities across all governance areas. Here's a step-by-step process for creating such a framework. Define governance objectives, create policies and guidelines, establish oversight roles, implement monitoring and reporting mechanisms, and integrate feedback loops. Start by identifying the core objectives of AI governance in your CoE. Objectives may include ensuring model transparency, reducing biases, protecting data privacy, and meeting industry regulations. Develop policies that align with governance objectives, such as guidelines for data handling, model evaluation, and ethical practices. Policies should be accessible to all team members and updated regularly to address emerging standards and technologies. Assign roles for governance within the CoE, such as compliance officers, data privacy experts, and risk managers. Each role should have clear responsibilities related to governance, including monitoring projects, reviewing model performance, and reporting on compliance. Set up systems for continuous monitoring and reporting. For instance, use logging tools to track model performance over time, conduct periodic audits, and create reports that document how each model aligns with governance objectives. Governance is an ongoing process. Establish feedback loops, such as post-project reviews and compliance check-ins, to evaluate governance effectiveness. This allows the CoE to learn from each project and refine governance practices as needed. By following these steps, the CoE can create a robust governance framework that not only meets regulatory standards, but also supports ethical, transparent AI development.